Hey, Susie Turner with Seint Beauty, and we're going to do some makeup using our all-in-one compact. It's got everything you need here except for a brush and mascara. It doesn't get any easier than that, so let's just get started. Let me just show you my compact first. So I love the design. We also have some new designs, like some neon colors that are real fun. But I love this old farmhouse design. This is one of my favorites. It's only been out for a couple months. I still can't get over it, so I'm using this one instead. But first layer is got my highlight and my contours in there. I don't need that many. I just like to have extra because you can use a range. And then you have your lip and cheeks, your bronzer, and then your eyeshadows. But everything's in here that you need. So for traveling, makes it a breeze. But anyway, let's just get started. So we're going to start with a contour. And I'm actually going to use this crazy scary color right here, indigo. See, let's look at my complexion. Let me just zoom in and show you. My skin is not perfect. That's okay. We're not supposed to be perfect. So anyway, I'm going to use this detail brush. And I'm going to go right along the base of my cheekbone. I'm not going to put it underneath it in the hollow, but I'm going to put it right on the base of the cheekbone. That will make it even more lifted. Sometimes if you put it in the hollow, it's even too angled. So just a little bit above the hollow. That's the honey hole. And if you can't feel it, because some people can't, if you have really round cheeks, I have pretty round cheeks, you can just kind of go from the top of your ear. That's a good way to gauge it as well. But this color looks really scary, but it's not, I promise. Even people that are a lot lighter complected than me, you can pull it off because it blends so well. It will blend in. Your contour, your brightening highlight, and your main highlight, those three colors will make up your foundation shade. So you don't just put one wash of color all over your face, you put the colors that you need. And then they all blend together to make a perfect foundation shade. Alright, so I'm going to go back into indigo, set that down, and I'm going to go right along the hairline. And the one thing that I really like about indigo as well, my favorite is probably olive, but I love indigo because it's a little bit warmer, so it kind of gives that bronze look too. It's kind of like a bronzer and a contour in one. But don't worry, I'm still gonna bronze too. Still gotta have a little bit of bronzer. But it just blends so good. It helps to have good skincare too. I'm going to do just a little bit on my nose. Usually I don't contour with indigo, but you can. I usually use like olive or shadow or just a lighter contour, but you can make it work. I love this detail brush because it's got these sharp, see the shape of it? It's got little sharp edges where you can kind of draw if you need to. Easy to apply, it's easy to blend, and then it's got this other end that's got where you can kind of get into detail or if you need to be a little bit more precise. So I'm contoured right now. Alright, so now we're going to move on to my main highlight shade. So I'm pretty much going to fill in, actually, you know what, let's do the brightening first. I'm going to go right here in the corner under each eye. I'm actually going to put just a little bit on my lid too, and we'll blend that out because I've got red eyelids. Up here you can kind of make like a little chicken foot, and then you're going to drag it right down the bridge of your nose. Now you can apply this with your finger. We have tons of brushes, but all of our brushes are dual ended, so you're getting two brushes for the price of one, and they're really good quality. and they work super well with this cream makeup. Okay, so that's my brighten right in the center of my face where I want the attention to be. We're going to carve just a little bit right there, and then kind of lift these little hangies, these little jowls. Okay, now we're going to go in with our main highlight shade, and this is the color Wheat. I'm just going to use, again, the same brush. I'm not even wiping it off because you don't have to. You don't have to. Doesn't matter. It doesn't take a lot. So I just go through and I'm just stippling because I'm not blending yet. I'm just putting it in all the places that I don't have anything. It's kind of like you just map your face out. Everybody's face is a little different, but at the same time, your face is a lot like everyone else's too. So you can kind of do about the same technique and then tweak it to what works best for you. So I've not even blended it all together yet. I'm just worried about right now getting it on. I mean, doesn't that look crazy? It does. and it's all gonna work out. Who knows? Who knew? Okay, so there's a good shot. Let me zoom in now and show you what it looks like on. Oh, I also need to do just a smidgen right here on each side of my nose. Okay, see how it looks? Look, see, I've got pores. I mean, it covers my age spot some, but I'm going to tell you, your skin is going to shine through with this. It's not going to look like a cake face. If you want to apply, knock yourself out. If you like a heavier foundation, you can pile more on. You can set it with a powder. You can treat it like a traditional foundation. But what's great about the cream is it's skin-like. It is going to kind of just mimic the skin. It just blends in so well, and it moves with your skin so that when you smile and everything else, it's not going to crease, it's not going to settle. It's just going to move and look like your skin. So it's going to be your skin, but better. So now we're just going to blend it all out. I've not even wiped this off. I'm still using the same brush. And I'm going to start blending. And I like to blend with my lighter colors first. I almost always put on my mascara first thing. Even if it's a no makeup day, I will throw some mascara and lip gloss on. But if you don't have it on, you can be a little bit more like around my eyes and stuff, but I could blend and just not have to be so careful because you can go right over it. But I'm going to try to be a little bit more careful because we're fixing to go to eat in a few minutes. So I thought, well, I'm going to put makeup on before we go to eat, and why not jump on and do my makeup. Share my story. I'm gonna blend it. And then I'm gonna just kind of go over my eyes. And then if I need to touch up my eyebrows or anything else, I can. And before I start putting on my eyeshadow, which I probably won't do here, I'll do that separate because I may go on my stories and do that. But I'll just put some powder over it and I'll set it so that it won't crease on my eyes. And then if you need to drag it down your neck, you can. But usually, if your neck's a different color, you can sometimes bronze. That's what I do. Because my neck and my face are two different colors. That's how I was created. But it almost, I mean, I'm not even great at makeup. I feel like I'm a lot better than I used to be. And I've been selling Seint for like 2.5 years. So I feel like I kind of know what I'm doing a little bit more now. But for someone who constantly was always trying and always felt like I failed every time I put it on, This was the first time. That's why I decided to sell it. I wore it for 6 months and was completely in love with it. And I was like, my goodness, you feel like you do know how to do makeup, because the makeup does all the work. The makeup does all the work for you. And if you want to color match, I can color match you. It's colormatchbysusie.com, and I'll link it in this video. Okay, so I've got my foundation. And make sure it's all blended good. Yeah. I've got a big mirror behind my phone so I can look at it. Okay. Now we're going to go in with my favorite step, and we're going to bronze. So I'm actually going to set this brush down. This is the detail brush. And I'm going to grab the shape brush. This is actually on sale on our website too. It's like 25% off. Most of our brushes are, the bigger ones are like 40 or so. I think they're like 40 even. And then our smaller brushes, they're in the 20s, like the eyeshadow brush and stuff. But this one I think rings up 31, and it is so good. But I love to use blush and bronzer with this one as well. And if you want a light application, there you go. So I'm going to go to my second layer, and I'm going to swirl this. So this is a glow illuminator. You don't have to do this. I just choose to do it in the Bella bronzer. So I'm going to swirl these together. And then I'm just going to kind of bounce. And if I want to build, I can. This makeup is buildable, but it's always best to start light-handed, and then you can build as you want to, because it's easier to add more than it is to take away. But if you do make a mistake, the great thing with cream is that it's kind of easy to fix those mistakes. I just kind of like to go across my nose with a little bit whatever's left on my brush. Okay, and then I would, this is when I would take it down my neck if I wanted to make it all, you know, blend together. I feel like it's too light there. Let me blend it a little bit better. Yeah, it's better. Okay, so now I'm bronzed. I could be more bronzed than this if I wanted to, but this is good enough. But and today we're going to use actually 2 colors. I'm going to use, these are our new, some of our the Shade of the Season lip colors. So this one is Melody, and this one is Homecoming, and I'm going to put these together. I'm going to mix them because they're both kind of peachy, and I'm wearing peach and orange. So I'm going to use this brush. I'm going to put on Melody first, and this is a satin finish. Oh, it's so pretty, isn't it? So peachy and so pretty. And you can stop right there. But I'm not going to. Then I'm going to go in with Homecoming. And this is a gloss. And what I like about the gloss is it's going to give a more glowy, dewy finish. And I like that. Some people may not like that on their cheeks, but I do. And then I'm going to put this on my lips too. But before I put it on my lips, I'm going to use, this is a NYX pencil. It's in the color Urban Cafe. I love it. And I'm just going to line my lips. And I have a balm. I use a balm on my lips before, so they're really hydrated. So I'm going to outline my lips. And I like to, because I don't want that harsh line, but I love how that it's a dark brown. And sometimes I use my contours too, but this is my favorite, and it's so easy to apply with a pencil, and it's so dirt cheap that it's in my makeup bag. So then I'm going to go back here with Homecoming, and I'm going to put that on my lips. And what I love about the glosses is they make your lips feel good and hydrated too. Okay. Yay! Guys, that's my makeup look. How quick was that? The last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to put on some of my illuminator here. This is our new one. It's called Nova. Oh, it's so pretty. And we're going to put just a little bit. It is such a barely there color. If you want pale, then you may want to try some of our powdered illuminators, because they are going to give you a lot more. Whoa, look at that shine. But this is just such a pretty, simple champagne sheen. It's gorgeous. Love it. Love it. So that's a complete look. Now, when I'm finished, if I ever feel sticky or feel like I have on too much, because sometimes that's going to be the number one thing that happens with people, is they just use too much because they're used to just digging in their product or doing whatever. You don't have to. You be very light-handed and just kind of bounce around, and then you get your desired coverage. But if you feel like you have too much on, or just to make sure that you don't, grab you a damp beauty sponge. This is the Perfector that we have. It's real bouncy and it's barely damp. There's no moisture in it, but it's cool to touch. And you just kind of bounce around your face and you pick up anything extra that you have. This will help blend anything, any harsh lines. Press the product into your skin. My dog's outside. She wants in. She's usually in most of my videos. She loves to be in. She can come in. Dixie can come in. I'm live. You can let Dixie in though. Okay. I just bounce around. And then if you do want to set it with the powder, here's the powder. It fits in here too. As you can tell, I use it a lot. But I'll just kind of pinch my sponge, get a little bit on there, and then I will just go right in the places that I would normally crease. Under the eyes. I usually do right in between my eyebrows. And this right here on my smile lines. And that's it. And then you could use a setting powder or whatever if you wanted to. But that is it. Easy peasy. And somebody must be here because my dog is alerting. She's our guard dog. But anyway, if you want to color match, it's colormatchbysusie.com. I would love to color match you. Again, it's Seint Beauty. It's a convenient all-in-one compact. So let me know. If you got any questions, just drop them below. Thanks for watching.